Welcome to the Explainer. Look, today we are tackling a single financial decision that could literally redefine your entire future. It is, without a doubt, one of the most consequential choices you will ever make for your money. And yet, so many people just kind of check a box and guess. Well, not today. Today, we're bringing absolute clarity to the ultimate retirement showdown: Roth versus traditional. I want you to really think about this for a second. Are you going to pay taxes on a few $100s right now, or are you willing to pay taxes on hundreds of thousands of dollars later? No, that is not a typo. We are standing at a crossroads that could literally cost you or save you a massive six-figure sum over your lifetime. The stakes here, absolutely incredible. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. We're stripping away the jargon to cover what an IRA actually is, the traditional IRA, the Roth IRA, a side-by-side matchup, some real-life scenarios, and finally, your immediate action steps. All right, starting off with Section 1, what even is an IRA? So you probably already know it stands for Individual Retirement Account. But structurally, it's not some confusing bank product. It's a tax shelter. It's a special deal created by the government. Basically, they really want to incentivize you to save, so they offer you this massive tax break. The whole strategy just comes down to a timing mismatch. Exactly when is it mathematically optimal for you to actually take that break? Moving right along to Section 2, the traditional IRA, where you pay taxes later. Now, the traditional IRA is all about immediate relief. Let's say you earn $60,000 and you contribute $7,000. Well, you might only get taxed on $53,000. You are taking that $7,000 right off the top of your taxable income for a huge immediate win this April. It's highly logical, right? I mean, who doesn't want real money back in their pocket today? But here comes the pay later reality. When you actually retire, every single dollar you withdraw is fully taxed as ordinary income. Uncle Sam is remarkably patient for decades, but trust me, eventually he always comes to collect. Plus, there's this strict rule called required minimum distributions, or RMDs. Basically, once you hit age 73, the IRS literally forces you to start withdrawing that money, whether you actually need it to live on or not, because, well, they want their cut of the pie. Okay, Section 3, the Roth IRA. Pay taxes now, retire tax-free. Now, with a Roth, you use after-tax dollars. That means zero deduction today. But, and this brilliantly illustrates why people get so fired up, notice that explosive growth over time. A single $7,000 contribution could grow into $53,000 over 35 years, assuming average market returns. And because you paid your taxes up front, you pull every single dime of that growth out 100% tax-free. Zero taxes on decades of compounding. The perks here are just staggering. No taxes on your interest, no taxes on dividends, no taxes on investment gains for 20 or 30 years, completely tax-free withdrawals. And you get the absolute freedom of zero required minimum distributions. You can literally just let that money sit there and grow your entire life if you want to. You can even pass the whole shebang on to your kids or grandkids. It is an absolute powerhouse if you expect your income and therefore your tax rate to be higher in the future. All right, Section 4, the side-by-side matchup. Let's get ready for the ultimate head-to-head showdown. Putting them head-to-head, take a really close look at that income limits row. While the traditional has absolutely no income limit to contribute, the Roth does restrict you if you make over $161,000 as a single earner or $240,000 if you're married filing jointly in 2024. For both accounts, the contribution cap is exactly the same, $7,000 a year or $8,000 if you're 50 or older. Also, check out the early withdrawals. Both penalize you 10% if you pull money out before age 59 and a half. But with a Roth, you can always withdraw your initial contributions completely penalty-free and tax-free at any time. Talk about flexibility. Let's bring this into the real world. Section 5, real-life scenarios. Let's look at Jordan. Jordan is 24, just landed that first real job, making $42,000 a year. Now, Jordan is in a pretty low tax bracket right now, but definitely expects that income to grow significantly over the coming decades. So for Jordan, the strategy is clearly a Roth IRA. The tax savings on $42,000 today just aren't that huge anyway. By going with the Roth, Jordan is essentially locking in today's low tax rate for literally decades of massive, unstoppable, tax-free compound growth. Now, let's contrast Jordan with Sandra. Sandra is 52, and she's earning $130,000 a year. She is right in her peak earning years, but she expects to live on a lot less when she actually retires. Sandra's strategy? The traditional IRA. She is smartly arbitraging the tax code. Taking that tax deduction right now is incredibly meaningful at 130K. If her retirement income drops down to, say, 50 grand a year, she's going to pay a much lower tax rate when she withdraws that money than she would have paid today. And then we have Marcus and Tanya. They've got a joint income of $280,000. They desperately want a Roth, but remember that $240,000 limit? Yeah, they're way over it. But here's a little insider secret for you. They can use a strategy called the Backdoor Roth IRA. They simply contribute to a traditional IRA, which, remember, has no income limit, and then they immediately convert it to a Roth. It is a perfectly legal workaround that high earners use all the time to get access to that tax-free growth.
All right, time to land the plane. Section 6, your action steps.
Listen, here's the honest truth about financial modeling. Nobody has a crystal ball. Tax laws are going to change, your income is going to fluctuate, and honestly, your spending in retirement might completely surprise you. So don't let perfect be the enemy of good. Way too many people get stuck in analysis paralysis debating Roth versus traditional, and they just end up doing nothing. The absolute best retirement account is the one you actually open and consistently fund. So the crucial point is this. You don't actually have to choose just one. Enter tax diversification, doing both. Many financial planners highly recommend this. You can contribute to a traditional 401k at work to grab that sweet immediate tax break, and then independently fund a Roth IRA to build up a massive bucket of tax-free retirement income. By doing both, you aren't betting your entire financial future on a single tax strategy. You're building ultimate flexibility for your future self.
Let's rapidly punch through these final steps. Number 1, young or in a lower tax bracket, open a Roth IRA this week. You can literally do it in 15 minutes online. Number 2, higher earner expecting a lower income in retirement, run the numbers on a traditional IRA. Number 3, unsure? Just do both. Max the 401k for the break now, fund the Roth for later. And number 4, listen to me. This is absolutely crucial. Do not wait. The single most expensive mistake in retirement planning is delay. Every single year you wait is a year of compound growth that you can never, ever get back.
You know, they definitely don't teach this stuff in school, but this kind of strategic tax planning, it's literally the difference between a good retirement and an incredible one. That's exactly why we make this explainer, to give you the actionable frameworks you need. If this helped you out today, do me a favor. Share it with a friend, a sibling, or a coworker who might be leaving free money on the table. And hey, please subscribe and leave a review so we can keep bringing you these deep dives. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop down into the comments right now and tell me, are you Team Roth, locking in that tax-free growth? Or are you Team Traditional, taking the tax break today? Seriously, let me know. We read every single comment. Until next time, keep learning, keep taking action, and always remember, your future self is heavily counting on the decisions you make today. See you in the next one.